Hello guys and welcome to Steve Knows. Today we have unbelievable VR support, improvements to the community chosen metaverse, some questionable VR tech and so much more. So please subscribe, put on your happy face and let's get started. Let's start this off with some sweet news around some modifications that are occurring from Luke Ross, outside of the Rockstar domain this time, which he did do Cyberpunk 2077 to be fair. Because usually in the past we've got GTA 5, Mafia, Red Dead Redemption, all from the single studio, but this time the legendary From Software hit Elden Ring will be getting a VR modification. But as per usual, it will be without motion control support, so you will need a joypad in order to play this. The game will be a first-person head-tracked experience. If you've played this as a flat-screen game, you know this in VR, in first person, is going to be so difficult. It's going to be an insane experience, and especially the level design and the creature design. It's going to be beautiful to see that up close. So it is going to require some decent power from your machine to enjoy. And from the gameplay teaser we have seen, it looks stunning, and I wish more VR games were like this. There will be an option to enjoy this in third person as well, but Luke Ross said that is not recommended, and I think the first person, we should be able to capture some more nuance to the enemy's attacks. Being that up close and being able to see the detail, it may help us know when to evade and catch those clues. And speaking of evading, you do not have to worry. He did say when rolling or performing other scripted animations like the combat moves, the camera follows the character's head. So its position does change, but it remains orientated correctly according to what your actual head is doing in real life. So the horizon will stay level and the world will always look stable, but it's going to be perfect so you don't upset your stomach when rolling around. This will be available on his Patreon as well as the other modifications. And I knew I shouldn't have bought Elden Ring on PlayStation 5. Damn it! On the topic of more PlayStation 5 purchases that are going to be VR supported, this one is Formula 1 2022 on PC. So don't buy on any other platform if you're a VR lover when it's released on July the 1st. The fast-paced racing game that puts you in the cockpit of an F1 driver will be virtual reality supported. The developers, Codemasters, recently said that the ultimate immersive F1 experience with virtual reality compatibility on PC that lets you feel the drama of the race right inside the cockpit. No word yet on VR limitations though. It seems to be the complete game is going to be VR supported, not like another racing game that was like a single track and single player, and I was beyond disappointed. If you pre-order this game, the Champion Edition, you will get access to it 3 days before anybody else, but you will be paying an additional £20 for that. I think this sparks the debate as well in the VR space around, should VR be an added extra for general releases, or should it be its own ecosystem with dedicated games, or both, in order to succeed? So let me know your thoughts. Obviously, I think the answer is going to be both, but I would personally like to see more support in general releases because it adds some hype. Now on to some leaks around one of two games we've been itching to hear more about, and that is Assassin's Creed. We've been waiting for years now, and the gaming showcase of 2022, we did not get a single inkling around what's going on here. Although we did get a disclaimer at the start of the event saying, more games are coming, but we wanted to show you content that was coming this year for sure, which is kind of nice, but it made the event rather short. But recently, some playtesters have apparently been trying out this game, and they have come out and dropped some information on the title and its mechanics. So the game is actually going to feature a time-based combat, which they have said is where you have a moment to attack, so you need to react fast, just like Until You Fall if you've played that, which is a really great combat system. It will be a linear story, not open world that we're used to within this franchise, and no side missions. I hope that changes, but no side missions? That tidbit is a real bummer to hear. You also will start the game off playing as Ezio, one of the first characters. And when I say it's one of the first characters, it's because it seems like you'll be playing through all of the characters across different timelines. The title for the game, if you've played the series, makes more sense now. Assassin's Creed Nexus. There will be 16 missions in total across these timelines, and you'll play as all of these different assassins, which they said the only clue that you'll know you're going to be someone different is people will be talking to you differently, and your hands will be slightly different. So you're going to be equipped with a sword, your classic hidden blade, throwing knives, smoke bombs, and a crossbow. It's of course going to include some stealth and parkour, because what is an Assassin's Creed game without those? Nothing. The answer is nothing. Also, I can't confirm if the video here is real or fan-made. It's just posted with the leak around what the mechanics are and what you can expect, so please take it with a pinch of salt, but it looks and sounds like what we would expect from an Assassin's Creed game trying to have mass appeal in the VR space. So I think there is some validity here. And let me know your thoughts if you're excited now. There are a few things here I'm a bit gutted about, but there are some things here that I'm actually excited about as well, such as the combat system. Ezio Direttore! We now have a fun new device that may put some minds in the gutter. This is tech that you may have seen from the Ultra Wave, where it was a panel on the desk that will fire ultrasound waves to your fingertips to give you the feeling of touch, which in a VR workspace I think would work really well, so you can feel yourself typing or moving a mouse. But this tech now is putting that sound, that Ultra Wave tech, onto the bottom of the headset to fire waves at your mouth. Researchers at the Carnegie Mellon University Robotics Institute, that's a bit of a mouthful, have created this thin, compact, beam-forming array of transducers. It can create the feeling of sipping something, kissing somebody, poking your lips, drinking, smoking, brushing your teeth. Tons of use cases that they've showcased in their video. This made me laugh. The research team says it enables new and interesting VR experiences, and no comment. It would also be used for feeling wind or rain during intense weather conditions. I don't think this will be releasing anytime soon, especially for consumers, but it is very interesting that they're trying to solve these problems at this stage in VR's adoption, because in the future, this may be viable. Oh, I just thought, can you imagine playing Alien VR and one of those things jumps on your face and tries sticking its tail down your throat? That's messed up. That is messed up. The metaverse, our metaverse now, not what we're being told to use, which could be Rec Room, VR Chat, Altspace, Neos. These seem to be the preference within the community, and VR Chat just got another avatar update that allows for better immersion and realism online. Previously, we had the OSC, which enabled us to connect a bunch of different devices to VR Chat, such as if we had a face tracker, our avatars could emote just like we do in real life, or when we talk, follow the same mouthing pattern as when we talk. This new one is called the Dynamic System, and it's in its beta, but it has something called Fizzbone, which will enable people to create physics-based bone structures. And this also works on the Quest platform as well, since apparently the CPU is actually really decent on the Quest and can really smash some decent physics out. And this means things like hair or cloth can now move freely. You can even add colliders, so when you touch a part of yourself, so when an element is collided with, you can activate an action to occur. So some really cool stuff can happen now to allow us to express ourselves in the metaverse, online, in these fun spaces in a way that we couldn't do before. Okay, let me touch on some quick fire points now to end this video on, because I've got tons of little bits here that just I didn't want to waffle on too much about. So we have The Last Taxi, a taxi simulator where you're the last taxi and you have to make many trips. You're packed full of customers, you're super busy, making tons of money, but you have to get them to their destination whilst keeping them engaged in the journey. So this is coming on May 31st via Steam, and the talking option here kind of upset me. It seems the option is a selection box instead of you actually talking. There is over 80 characters to give rides to, so there's tons of content here, and you're in a nice futuristic world where you can explore and has a nice fun art style, and driving around a taxi kind of VR game actually sounds oddly fun. Maybe Taxi Simulator next would be great. Bone Labs also recently announced that it has the exact same physics running on the Quest as it does on the PC VR version, which is amazing. As I just said, the CPU is actually decent on the Quest, and the graphical comparison of the store's photography looks really interesting too. The Quest visuals look amazing. If they look this good, I will be impressed. But I have to be wary because things often look different when you put on the headset. The devs also said that 120Hz could be possible on this game using ASW, which will drop the frame rate to around 60, I think, and it will fill in the gaps so you can get a super smooth, amazing, physics-driven title from Stress Level 0. Now that is exciting. Walkabout Mini Golf has also expanded the game into a brilliant social hub. It used to be somewhere you used to just putt, but now it's somewhere to hang out with friends in a newly designed starting hub, a new driving range, which I actually enjoy doing in real life as well. It's a great social activity, a new avatar system. You can even pick up and throw your ball now, so you can throw a strop if you missed that putt. Just you can even go on a raft ride, like the good old classic ride if you've been to Disneyland. So it seems you no longer even need to play golf in this game. You can just go and hang out, which seems to be a really important part of our virtual reality experiences. If you like online gaming, just going in a game and playing a game just sometimes isn't enough. So that's it from me today, guys. Thank you so much for watching to the end of the video. There was more. I already did cover some big game announcements in a previous video though, so I didn't want to cover it again. So please check out the channel to check out some more content, because I've got loads there. And please subscribe. Small deed makes a huge difference to me, and hopefully I will see you next time. Happy gaming, guys. Good day.